Hello again, and welcome back to the Koto Classic. I'm your host Bruce, and as usual, Chama, my co-host. But it's been a while.
Boy, it's been a while. It's been a while. See, our audience will not be happy with us
Yeah,
for,
I
for
know,
the
I
past
know. It's
2, 3 games we have been away, right?
yeah, we have been away.
But
It's
yeah,
like a lot of things have happened so far, to be honest, and
uh,
it's partly
yeah,
my fault. Vacation, planning for vacation, and you have your special after vacation. What do
yeah.
you call it? Sickness.
After effect, after
After
effect.
effect, yeah. So that's the
But how
payment
are
I
you
get.
feeling now? How are you feeling now?
Much better,
The
man.
the
My
flu
voice,
is
my voice is coming back, so that can tell you that I'm feeling much better. So yeah, it wasn't
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
man. The past few days was really rough, but thank God for
I
recovery.
can imagine. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I can imagine.
we are recording timestamp. It's 9:45 here, Monday, the 4th of March.
Mhm.
And what time is it over there?
Oh, it's 2:45 in Japan, so it's during the day. It's a rainy day
Tuesday.
today here, so I
Mm.
am yeah, I'm inside or indoor all day, so all good.
It was Tuesday 5th
Mhm.
March, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, definitely
All right,
Tuesday.
cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're recording game week 28 preview. We have a lot of things
Mhm.
to discuss today, like a few chips in
Double
play,
game in 28, yeah.
double. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you can call it double game week 20. Yeah,
It's really a double.
it's a
I
small
don't
small double.
underestimate this double, huh?
But yeah, okay, double game week
Yeah,
28. You can say
it's a
28.
it's a bizarre double because if you remember well, what was it called? I think Luton and Bournemouth, they played their game earlier in the season, and
Hmm.
then they played until 60 minutes, and then there was that incident with
Oh yeah,
Lokia. I
yeah,
can
okay,
remember
yeah.
what's his name. Solanke scored actually in that game, but
Yeah, I
everything
remember
was
the
null
points.
and
They
voided.
took it back. Yeah, they took back the
They took it
points.
back. So now I'm gonna be enjoying the Solanke points with all those ones who had. FPL
See,
is not fair
I,
at some point, and
I had
in some way, right?
I had Solanke at the time. Now I don't have him in my
Yeah.
team anymore. So you see, well,
You see, so if he happen to score a hat trick, then it will not be like,
I don't know, man.
and
It's yeah, it
I can see
is.
that happening because it's a double game week. It's a very good one. But anyways, we talk about that when we get into the into the
Yeah, it
things.
is. It is what it is, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So let's quickly go through game week 27 results, which just ended a few hours ago by
Mhm.
Arsenal being the last game against Sheffield United
Yeah,
away, or Sheffield United at home. So yeah, 6-0. Anyway,
yeah, away. Arsenal played
yeah,
away.
Arsenal played away.
They
Yeah,
won
Sheffield
6.
United at home. Yeah, so Arsenal are on fire, man. It's ridiculous right now.
Wow,
But
they
anyway,
are
going
very, very impressive. But yeah, we talk about them later.
yeah, going through the results: Brentford 2, Chelsea 2, Everton 1, West Ham 3, Fulham 3, Brighton 0, Newcastle 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1, close one, Tottenham 3, Crystal Palace 1, Luton 2, Aston Villa 3, Burnley 0, Bournemouth 2, Manchester 3, Manchester United 1. It's the Manchester Derby. And then, like I mentioned, Arsenal
Yeah.
0. I mean, Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 6. Yeah, so
Mhm.
these are the games for Game Week 27. Um, Straight to the talking points. This time around, we're doing something different. We are trying to separate the talking points into the preview and then the review and then the preview, which we'll have later
Mhm.
for the preview for
Mhm.
Game Week 28. So this is the talking points for 27. Well,
By the way, before we do the talking points, there were some impressive goals this weekend. I don't know if you saw the Chelsea game. What's his name? Visa. He scored a bicycle kick. Like very good goal. Did
this
you see it?
this weekend, to be honest, I don't think I saw any game because I was still recovering.
Another Yeah, you are still required. That's why, yeah, there was a lot of drama in the week. Like you say, Liverpool, which is one of the talking points,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
will, try to point out. But there are some interesting ones. The United game too. Rashford's goal was
I
exceptional.
heard
You
it
didn't
was
see
like
the
a
Rashford's
wall
goal.
beater, yeah, of a goal. I was so disappointed. I didn't even watch the highlights. That's how disappointed
Yeah,
I was.
yeah. It
I
was
didn't watch
quite.
the game, didn't watch
It
the
was not.
highlights. So yeah.
It was not a disappointing performance per se. If you look at the stats at the end of the day, the game, Manchester United, I think Man City deserve to win. If you go back to
Mm,
the first one, or the previous page, the results, just to look at the XG and XA or something like that. Yeah, if you look at the United game, of course,
2.8,
Man City
yeah.
dominated 2.8, Man United 0.15, which is very low by United
It's
star.
extremely
But
low, yeah.
But there were a lot of opponents. There was at 1-0, Man United had a couple of counter-attack
Yeah,
plays,
yeah, I heard about
which
those
they
too.
are
Yeah.
very, very good, right? On Rashford.
Mhm.
The first one he mistouched the ball and then Kyle Walker recovered. The second one he mishit the ball. So the game could have been 2-0, despite Man City's dominance, getting the ball and all whatnot. I think Manchester United were quite comfortable in the first half. You know, yeah, there were some interesting results this weekend. Only Watkins, I think he should always be in the talking point these days. He's in
Man,
exceptional form,
Watkins,
and
yeah,
yeah.
next season, Ole
And
Watkins
then
might be very expensive. That's what I'm worried about.
uh,
You know?
definitely. And then you look at the Fulham game.
Oh man,
They have a striker who is 4.5 million in the game. Muniz, he's scoring
Muniz,
in
yeah,
every
I
single
think I
game.
saw that. Yeah.
Everybody's like, we are sleeping on him, but he's scoring almost every other game. Against United, he hit the bar. That's the only game he did not score in the last 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And that game, he hit the bar in a very, very good way. There was a pass he turned and then hit it, and then just hit the ball and then hit the bar or the post, something like that. And then yesterday he scored and then assisted. Or this week, midweek, or this game week, he scored and assisted. And then you look at the Burnley game against Bournemouth too. That one too. There's a lot of things to discuss. It was a quite interesting game week. Newcastle coming back and winning, getting clean sheets and all whatnot.
Yes, but then our
Which is
favorite guy didn't get his points.
yeah, all that, yeah, trivia. But anyways, let's go to the talking points now.
Oh yeah,
And
Liverpool,
yeah,
man. You
just
you
wanted
you
to mention a
guys,
few things.
with all your injuries, you guys beat the talk of the week or the past 2 weeks was when how you guys won the FA Cup against Chelsea with kids.
The League Cup, the League Cup.
The League Cup,
Mhm.
yeah, with kids. So it seems like you always find a way. And the same thing with this game. I heard you guys were struggling, and then the club made the changes with the big boys coming in, and then that was it. All three were involved in the goal, and you guys won it late.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. I know people when Liverpool fans say things like mentality monsters. This team is a mentality monster, like Klopp used to say. People used to take that for a joke or stuff like that. But it's the team is truly like their mentality is truly really really special. I think Liverpool have scored, or their substitutes on this season have involved in 43 goals so far this season. There is no team that come close to Liverpool when it comes to the club
Goal
using his
involvement.
subs
Yeah.
having impact in games. And yeah, it was no different this week. Like you say, Endo came in, he won the ball that Liverpool scored the goal from, and then what's his name? Darwin was the one who scored the goal from the assist from McAllister. Actually, Sabos like made the cross, and then then there was some choke up, blah blah blah, and then the ball fall to McAllister. Endo winning the ball fall to McAllister. McAllister, being McAllister, pick out Darwin inside a very crowded defense, and then Darwin, Darwin Nunes scored. That was, by the way, the latest goal that Liverpool has scored ever, because it was scored in the 98th minute and 30 seconds, which is like 99th minute. Actually, 8 minutes was added on. And there were of course, some people will be
Yeah, I
tempted to
heard
think
there
that
was some controversy.
no, I will get to the controversy. That is not controversy. For the added minute, that one is not a controversy. Just people will pick that one as a controversy.
Okay,
It is not,
okay.
because there was a corner. From the corner, the player was still inside the box. Understand? When McAllister get the ball, the minute was still 89 minutes. There was still an attack, so you cannot end the game at that point. That was not the controversy. The controversy was when Nottingham Forest had a corner against Liverpool. Ibu Konate headed the ball, and then he had a head injury. Then he was on the ground, a head injury, right? The ball fell to Hutchin Odoi on the left wing. So the referee blew the whistle to stop play because of head injury.
Head injury, yeah, definitely.
So the controversy came in when the referee restarted the play. It should have started the replay with Hutchin Odoi because he had the ball. But he started the play with the Liverpool goalkeeper, which was a mistake from the goalkeeper. I admit that, like, immediately. I saw that, I said the referee has messed up, because after that, when I saw those things, I said the referee has really messed up that one. But it's just one of those mistakes. When that happened, it took 2 minutes has elapsed after Liverpool scored. So it's just like, let's say, a referee give you a corner when the opponent should have had the ball as a goal kick. Those kind of incidents. It's a mistake, but at the end of the day, it is a mistake. You can still defend the situation as a team, but Nottingham Forest, we are just, focusing on that. And then furthermore, their president, he came down to the pitch and then he confronted the referee and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
I
was
think
so
that
it was
I
so
saw
merciful of them.
something like that
But to be
too.
honest,
Yeah, yeah,
I
man.
yeah, I understand their frustration, 100%. I understand their frustration. If it was the opposite way, other way around, I'll be so frustrated for Liverpool as well, because like I want them to get those decisions right, and that is a mistake that you will say is competence from the referee
Mm-hmm.
because he's supposed to know the rule.
Mm.
Like wherever when you blow the whistle to stop play, you have to start the play from the player who had the ball. Why start the play from the goalkeeper? That was a big mistake, and I think he's not going to referee this weekend. But that was Paul Tierney. He's not one of our favorite referees at Liverpool. He's usually always like we usually suffer from him, and then it was good to get one back, especially earlier in the season what we got, what we had against Tottenham. So I would not say it is fair, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It was a mistake, and then it was not the reason Liverpool scored. I think the reason Liverpool scored, Nottingham Forest defended poorly, and that has denied them a goal. It's just one of those decisions he made on the pitch, which is normal. There are tons of decisions that referees will make on the pitch that are not right in a game, but you have to move on, and then you have to think about the next one. Sometimes it can be very big. It can be very big, especially the time that they make that mistake and the time
I
what
think
happened.
so.
It
Yeah,
can be
that was maybe
it
that's
can be
why.
impactful.
I think that was the reason why,
Mhm.
because it's the time they were trying to like to save time so that they can equalize before, because that was the dying minutes of the game, right? 98 minutes, like which was what you're
Not,
saying.
not like I said, they had this corner kick in 96 minutes, right?
Yeah.
96 minutes, they crossed the ball. Ibu Konate had a head injury, which should have been personally, I think it should have been
Should
foul
be in the
because it
foul.
was
Yeah, yeah.
extension. The guy when he went with his leg, but the referee did not blow the foul, so he let the play go, and then the ball fell to Hutchin or had the ball, and then the referee blew the whistle. So when you restart the play, like drop ball, it has to be dropped to Hutchin Odoi. Instead, he dropped the ball to the Liverpool goalkeeper, and then Liverpool then went and win a throw in, and then after that they play, they
Oh,
win a
okay,
corner. So
okay, okay, okay,
it was a series of incidents that happened in
okay,
between.
okay.
So
Yeah, that
that
that's
is
that's
just
that's that's not good refereeing. Yeah, that definitely.
exactly that
Yeah,
was it. That was
yeah,
he made
yeah,
a
yeah,
mistake.
yeah.
He made a bad mistake, which is really bad. And
Mm-hmm,
I like personally, if it was the other way around, I'll be here fuming. I'll be
mm-hmm.
telling you like this is definitely blah blah blah. That's what I would be doing here right now.
Yeah,
But
that's
at the end of
honest.
the day,
Yeah,
you have to keep playing. Like I
mm-hmm.
say, referees sometimes make mistakes of like throwing, like let's say the ball is like two people hit the ball together, and then it's difficult to referee to call who made the
Just
last
pick
touch,
one person and
and
then
then
go with them. Yeah,
exactly he gets it wrong sometimes. But if those things happen, you don't like
you don't dwell on
you
it.
don't
Yeah,
dwell
you just
over
move
them.
on. Yeah, just move
You
on.
just move on and then you keep playing because football is come with mistake and all those things.
Mm. It's
But
part
the
of the game,
president coming
actually.
down,
Yeah, so, because
that was next level. I
that
don't know the chairman or
I
the
heard
president, whoever it was. That
I
was next
heard
level, right?
I heard that like and in a way it's true. I heard that like sometimes remember in the beginning of the season where these ref were making mistakes, blunders, as if nobody's
Mm-hmm.
business. It seems like it's tapered
Mm-hmm.
off a bit towards the middle of the season, and they were saying that I listened to the Big Six. You should try and watch them. It's a very interesting show. The Big Six. So they were saying that
Mm-hmm.
Maha was saying that sometimes it evens out. Sometimes like people are crying,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I was done wrong by this referee. But then through the season, sometimes you get good decisions that go, for you, because of all, like so it kind of balances out in a way. That's football. It's part of the game, So if you remove all these like
Mm-hmm.
human errors from the game, I think it's going to be a very different game. But yeah, um,
Mm-hmm.
moving on, Foden. He's the main guy. I heard he's the guy who was responsible for Man U downfall this weekend. I, I don't want to
Yeah.
see the highlights, man. Honestly, so maybe you can actually speak on this performance. But he's been good, man. Like with all like double-digit hauls in the past, how many games? Three or
Yeah, I
four
think
games? Yeah, man.
back to back, or three or
Double-digit
four, I
hauls.
think.
Like
Yeah.
he's making Haaland look like a small boy these days, huh? Like all his
Mm-hmm.
performances. I wish I had known this. I would have probably been captaining him all this while because Haaland is not doing the business these days, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Foden was boss, to be honest. He was really good in the game. Took things by the like, Like take ownership of the game. I want to win this game for Manchester City. That's how I felt from him. And then he scored some like two brilliant goals. To be honest, the first goal was very good. What is his name? You're good. Onana couldn't do much
Onana.
about that one. The second one, though, Man United defense could have done better because when Foden played the ball and then run for the second 1-2, it was Alvarez. Alvarez had to take 2 touches and then still play 1-2 with Foden inside the Man United ball, and then Foden still had time to find his spot and then shoot and score. So he would have done better. But yeah, he has been exceptional. In the FA Cup, he did not play. In the FA Cup game, when Haaland scored 5 and KDB assisted 4, Foden was not involved. So when I watch that game, I have this feeling. Like for me, I rate Foden as one of the best players in English players. Like even I rate him higher than Saka. I know everybody. I love Saka too as well. But if I was to choose one between the two of them, I would choose Foden.
The same.
That is my personal. Yeah. So I feel Manchester City don't give him the platform to be the main guy. That is why he has to be a team player more in that team rather than be himself and then do what before in the past. This season it is quite changing a bit. Pep is trusting him more. He's starting him in every single game. I think he started every single Premier League game for them this season, if I'm not wrong. So he's getting the trust that he deserves more. So now when he comes to become that person to play where he played, affect the output of KDB, the output of Haaland, to be honest, because he's the one doing everything. Running, especially when it comes to the middle of the pitch. The reason Pep used to just isolate him on the left side so that players like KDB, players like Alvarez, they can do their thing in the middle. Man City are a better team when he plays maybe on the right side because you can get the best of because he can still excel there, whilst KDB and other players will excel in the middle of the pitch too. Of course, Haaland does not need Foden to excel, but Haaland needs KDB more to be involved in game for him to excel because of the creativity that is involved. Because Foden is not a big creator, but he runs with the ball, he creates for himself, creates space for himself. Yeah. So if he's gonna take all that chunk, it's gonna take something away from Haaland. But but also don't forget about Haaland's miss. That was the miss of the season. Did you see that miss?
I didn't see anything, but I heard about it. I just heard about the miss.
No,
I heard it was had an XG.
You have to go and check that
1.09. I don't know.
0.89.
0.89. Okay,
he missed the chance. Like it was a chance. It was also a chance created by Foden, I believe. Yes, Foden created that chance, if I'm not wrong. So I kind of wanted him to score, but I don't want him to score in 2 ways, because Foden was the one creating the chance. But yeah, Foden was very, very impressive against United. This is his 6th goal against you guys, right? He now scored the most goals against Man United of any Man City player.
I've stopped counting.
And he's doing it in big games, right?
Yeah.
He's doing it in big games. Feel for it. He's so good.
Lastly, Arteta's Arsenal are really good. Arsenal, man, what happened? Seems like all of a sudden, I have a theory that I think they might win the league this season compared to last season. Because last season, nobody was expecting them to be leading the league. And then at some point, they got nervous. Because all eyes were on them. If you are league leaders, it's not easy. The pressure is on you. Everybody's behind you, trying to follow you, just waiting for you to make a mistake. You know what I mean? So if they are close enough, like the way they are close enough to like the top 2, they're second right now, right? And they're second or third?
Yeah, they're third.
But how many points?
1 point behind City. 1-1-1.
You see,
1-1-1 gap.
So 2 points behind Liverpool, 1 point behind City. And they are playing the best football they've been playing for the longest time. You are complaining beginning of the season that they scored more goals last season than they scored this season. They were struggling.
Goals were not coming.
Now all of a sudden everybody is scoring goals. Even Declan Rice is scoring goals. QBO is scoring goals. Defenders are scoring. Martinelli is scoring goals. Everybody is scoring goals. So the problem now is as FPL is who do you get? Because you don't know who's going to score goals.
that is the big question. But like you say, they are very impressive. I was just watching before I come here. I was just watching Monday Night Football. Thierry Henry was there talking about the Arsenal team, and then he said a couple of key things, or one key thing that I like. They find the right balance between attack and defense. Like defensively, Arsenal are the best defensive team this season.
Yeah, they are the best.
Man City are very good.
Definitely. Yeah.
they are the best defensive team. But then now you turn around and then look at the way they are attacking. They are one of the best attacking teams in the league.
I think they are the best
They
attacking.
scored more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they scored more goals than anybody in the league so far. They conceded the least number of goals, and then they scored the most number of goals.
Very scary,
and
man.
This is what football is all about. And then you go and check their underlying numbers. There is a key metric that they use, that is expected goal difference. So your XG minus your expected goal conceded, then that gives you, on average, every single game. Arsenal is way ahead of every single team in that category. They are around 1.32. Then Man City, they are around 1.11 something, and Liverpool they are around 1.1 something. So there is a huge, like, 0.2 in between Arsenal and the rest of the league. So in essence, what that tells you is, in every single game they play, they're supposed to win.
Yeah, they control that game.
The odds are for them to win that game based on their expected numbers. Their expected numbers tell you that they should be winning every single game. And now they are starting scoring goal. Like you say, last week or a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you, now is the time to go for the double Arsenal defense because they are so stable, Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah.
You know, and then you mix it with Saka, and then you are good to go with Arsenal. But right now, you have to think, what do we want? Do you want to get a bit of the attack, or do you want to get a bit of the defense?
Yeah.
So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one to. It's a nice dilemma to have as FPL managers. Which way to go? Which way is the best? But yesterday they had an injury. I think Martinelli was out. I think ankle injury or something like that, which is not nice to see. And then they have some important players coming back, like Partey is coming back, Zinchenko is coming back,
Gabriel Jesus is back too.
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus is back, and then they don't suffer that huge injury setback like of course the
they have been lucky. They have been lucky.
They have been lucky since Timbers got that early injury in the season.
He's almost back too. He's almost back too.
Yeah, exactly. Well. They have not had any significant injury. You know, Deck Rice is playing very well. Their midfield is quite stable. Defensively, they are quite stable. If you have the two centre backs and the goalkeeper and on the right back, you know, in white, everything is stable there. Midfield, everything is stable. Attack to Saka, he has already has found his form again now. Unfortunately, yesterday he did not score for us, but he still give a couple of assists.
He went out at halftime. They had to rest him, just put him out at halftime. But they didn't need him, so he was already out.
Exactly. That was the thing. So yeah, they are very, very impressive. I'm super impressed with Arsenal. The way they are playing. Yeah, they could be interesting because Liverpool play Man City this weekend, which is gonna be very interesting. And then after the blank game week, Arsenal will play Manchester City. So this next 3 game weeks, because we don't have to ignore the blank game week, even though Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, all of them don't play for that week. But the next 2 games for these 3 teams will be very significant in how the league is gonna pan out. Yeah.
All right. That's for talking points for game week 27. Now our results for 27. Yeah, man. I was just waiting for this Arsenal game. I wanted them.
Flying, man.
I wanted them to concede so bad because I don't have any Arsenal. The only Arsenal defense.
As FPL have spoiled you.
I was like, just concede one, man, you know, because I know some people, like the average, most people have at least one Arsenal defender. I have one. The one I have has been injured for the last, I don't know how many game weeks. So like that was out of it. I felt like it. So
you watch football games and thinking, hey, let them score. Let them score.
Because the average was fine after, you know, you can see the average was 45 points, right? But then now it's gone up after they tally the points because of the Arsenal clean sheet. Most people have 2 Arsenal, so now it's like, I think it was it went up to like 50 something, or you know. So yeah, this was before the thing already tallied. So anyways, for my game week,
79.
It's not bad, man. I mean, it could have been better. You know, look at Ariola on my bench with 13 points.
Ariola one.
Gusto with 5. Meanwhile, Estepinian is getting me 0 points, and Trippier is with 1 point. Just terrible defense, man, this time around. Anyway, let me go through my team. 79 points all out. Kelleher with 9. Estepinian with 0. Ake with 2 and Trippier with 1. So this past 2-3 weeks, man, my defense has been poor. I have to really look at this thing again and try to see. My wildcard is gonna be a very different defense, honestly. Foden with 15, Saka with 7, Son with 7, Palmer with 5, Watkins 13, Haaland captain with 12, and then Morris with 8. Bench, I have a few bench points. Ariella with 13 points, and then Gusto with 5. So
Yeah, the
that's
Ariana points, I think he's on a lot of benches. Those 13 points, they're gonna stick on the.
when I saw before it wasn't 13, I think it was 10 or something like that. When I was like, I thought didn't one man sorry, West Ham concede.
He saved
So
the penalty.
I saw 3-1. I was like, there's no way, like something must be wrong. When I saw Kelleher, you guys kept the clean sheet, but I didn't know that he actually saved the penalty. After that, I heard, oh, okay. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It could have been more if he did not consider one.
I
Then we
heard
would
he
have
made
been talking about
nine saves or something like that. I
nine
was like, wow.
nine saves and then penalty save plus. Imagine if he had the clean sheet as well on top of that.
Oh, that would have been terrible. I would have been hitting myself. So
Yeah,
your game week in numbers.
yeah, yeah. I got 69 and I I started what is his name? Dubravka in goal, similar to you, of course. I think that was the sensible one. Dubravka had the better fixture for me, so I had to start Dubravka. And Gabriel was the only defender who gave me a clean sheet. Trippier with his 1 point. I was so disappointed with the Trippier 1 point. I thought it was more because Newcastle kept the clean sheet. I was
He
I'm
came
gonna
out at
have the Trippier.
56 minutes. That's when he came out. 50 something
Yeah,
minutes.
he came out early with an injury. Kyle Walker too. It's quite disappointing, but not so disappointing. If I watch the United game, I watch some part of the United game,
Mhm.
I will know that like maybe they are lucky to only concede one, but at the same time you can see that Man City were unlucky to concede a goal because the goal they conceded was like from a very low XG goal. That is the where but it was an exceptional strike from Rashford. And Man City only conceded 3 shots in that game, by the way. Only one on target, and that was the one. So from that context, you can say Kyle
It's
Walker was
unlucky,
unlucky not to.
but this is what we have been saying
But
about Man City, right? I think we had this conversation this week about Man City.
yeah,
He always concede. Like I don't know how, but this season is like last season we saw glimpses of it, like during the end of the season where they were conceding 1-1-1. It seems like it just came over this season, and this season is fully fledged. Whatever the case, they always concede that one goal. Like they always somehow
yeah,
lose
conceded. Yeah,
concentration,
yeah,
or like a worldy happens and then they concede. But that's just the way it is,
yeah.
you know. Go on,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and then Robertson. That one is the most painful one for me this week. Robertson. You know what happened? He had a chance around the 56 minute, 55 minute, a big chance, by the way. I don't understand how he did not score that one, but okay, he missed it. Fine. Then 58 minute, he took a yellow card. 59 minute, club took him off. 59 minutes, 45 seconds. And Liverpool were keeping the clean sheet. So he just needed 15 seconds extra in that pitch
To
to
get this
give me at least
first,
5 points.
at least 5 points,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
this
know,
time, yeah.
at least 5 points because he got the yellow card already. Now
Oh
he
man.
ended up with 0 points. And now I have all those defenders, Kelleher, you had Kelleher. So other people have Van Dijk, other people have Bradley. Bradley got 8 points.
Oh,
Van
so
Dijk
all
got
those people got the points
it
except
was
him.
exactly except him. Exactly. Every other Liverpool defender got
Ah,
the points except him. So that's why it was painful.
tough luck.
Anyways, but it's no, yeah, and since I brought him in my team, he has not given me anything. So coming off the bench or doing this, so yeah. But anyways, in midfield I had Saka, Foden, and I captained Son, and that was also frustrating because I captained Son more points than Haaland 2 weeks in a row, and then I'm getting a red arrow. So
Yeah,
at least I expect if I beat the Haaland captaincy point,
you
I
should
should
get a
be able
green
to
at least
manage.
minimum a green. Yeah,
I
minimum
should be
green.
able to. I should be able to get it. Yeah. So that was also disappointing. KDB with his 2 points, he was not involved in that one. He was good, but it was falling. Everything was falling in that one. And then Watkins with his 13 points. Tony too. I was expecting more from him.
Yeah.
He didn't give me. Darwin on my bench with the 5 points. I would have been happy to have those 5 points because of the nature of the goal he scored and he's for Liverpool. So I knew he was gonna be benched because I knew before the game started. So I was so tempted to start him though. But then I realized, okay, let me be a good FPL manager and just bench him because to be honest, he's being benched. So I should not go with my emotions and then start him, even though it would have been a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
okay, so we have the Koto Classic Mini League update. It's been a while
Yeah.
since we actually announced the update, so we should do definitely a better job
You
of.
move ahead of me, huh?
I'm getting to
No,
that. Don't worry, don't worry. I think we should do a better job in trying to post these things on on socials. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I think
definitely.
for the first time this season, I moved ahead of you for the first time.
Yeah,
But at least both of us are now in the top 10, and we have been in top 10 for a while now. It's been like how many weeks now, right?
yeah, yeah. It's been a while now.
So
We've been there.
at least we are representing our own mini league, which wasn't the case in the beginning. I was only weighing, I don't know, 50 something uh, position or
Uh,
whatever. So yeah. Um, the manager of the week this week is Yuri United Mohamed Hafiju Jallo with 95 points.
mhm,
That's a lot of points, man. So congrats for being the manager of the week,
mhm.
Yuri United. And top five. Actually, no changes. Wow, this is interesting. So that just tells you of the
Yeah, no changes.
difficult game week. In fifth, off to Saudi. In fourth, A team Ahmed Tigan Suleiman. Third, Hani Mukhtar. Two, Liki Topi, and still at number one, Al Mubashir. Murshid
Yeah,
Jang.
my boy.
Yeah,
Moses Jeng.
yeah.
That's the guy I was telling you about. He's a keen follower of the pod. Even sometimes he chip in with the comments and stuff like that.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
the support,
He's managing his
Murshid.
team. He's managing his team pretty well. Yeah, good.
I mean, it's this is a good year to be on top or even the top 10 because it's a difficult league, man. Like it's very competitive, to be honest. So
It's competitive, right?
being number one at any point during this season is an achievement, to be honest. So yeah,
Mm.
so congrats, Murshid Jen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the mini league update. We're gonna skip fan corner this week. We don't want the hurt and pain. You know, being a Man U fan, I'm tired
Mhm.
of complaining. It's like nothing good is happening in my team. So let's keep it moving, man. The fixtures for game week 28. I'll just go through them. We have a lot to talk about. So Chama is doing his wildcard, so we'll have that to discuss. So we'll just go through this.
Yeah, I'm on the
Um,
wild card.
yeah. So the fixtures as it stands: Man U, Everton, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, Luton, Wolves, Fulham, Arsenal, Brentford, Aston Villa, Spurs, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Burnley, Liverpool, Man City. That's the big one this week. This is like
Mhm.
title defending fixture right there.
But we should talk about a little bit about that fixture. Yeah, definitely. We should talk
Yeah,
a bit about
yeah, we
that
can talk
fixture.
about it.
Your
Just
thoughts?
yeah,
Yeah.
Chelsea, United, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Luton, Liverpool, Man
Yeah,
City,
first
man.
versus
Like
second.
yeah, first versus second. I think there's a lot riding on this game. It's gonna benefit Arsenal
Mhm,
if you guys draw, which
mhm,
I believe is going to happen. I think it's going to be a draw
mhm,
because you guys don't
mhm,
have the players. Your team right now is struggling with injuries, so this is
mhm,
the best time to play you guys. Man City can win, but it's never easy at Anfield. We all know that, right? So if you guys get a draw with a full strength Man City, I mean against a
mhm.
full strength Man City, that's a good thing for you guys as long as you don't lose.
Yeah,
Man City should be
okay.
should be winning this game, but I think it's going to be a draw, definitely.
Mm. You think
That's my take.
that's your take?
Yeah.
Uh, about the draw, you say it should be good for us if we get a draw. To be honest, personally, I'm not thinking about drawing.
With this team,
Like as far as we play, and
with the team you have,
definitely.
really.
Well, it's Liverpool at the end of the day. So, like I tell you, it's not about who's playing. It's about the team. To be honest, for me, I think
Mm.
I've said that to you before. That
Mm-hmm.
of course sometimes it becomes overwhelming that you cannot deal with it, especially that season when we are having that terrible spell with injuries. But I think it's about the team, and right now the moment the team is in right now, and the confidence they have going into this game with, and
Mm.
then this being the final game that club will play Pep, of course, in the
Yeah.
Premier
That's true.
League with
Yeah,
Liverpool
that's true.
at Anfield, and then we all know Man City's record at Anfield. What is this? We all know Pep's record at Anfield. What it is? Um, I think they only won there once since Pep came to the Premier League, and that was the season. That was that season. That was that season that Liverpool had that difficult time with injuries. That was the season that Van Dijk went out with his injury. That's why Van Dijk still he only lost one game actually since he came to Liverpool 5, 6, 7 years ago. He only lost one Premier League game at Anfield. So it does not matter. We have been in situations as bad as this, and then it's not really bad. It's not really bad. This game is not going to be as bad as it is right now. It's
Mm.
not going to be bad. back today. So to in the Europa League game again. Maybe he will not start that game, but we expect him to see some minutes and then build some momentum. Darwin is back. Sabuslai was back in the weekend. He played in that game. Robertson, of course, now he's fully back. And who else? Endo, who was injured in the cup final, he was also on the bench. He came on in the second half. So in terms of the team, I think I will be happy with the lineup that club will go with. I think yes, Allison is injured, but I trust Kelleher.
Yeah, Keller has proved himself. He's
I
proved himself, to be honest.
yeah,
In that cup
personally I
final.
trust him. Like of course, right now people will realize, of course, they watch the League Cup final and all whatnot, and then see him keep a clean sheet in the last 3 games. Now okay, he's that good. But personally, it has been there for a while. Like I know Alisson is good when it comes to goalkeeper in the Premier League. He's at the top there. But I know Kelleher is also a very able goalkeeper, and I can always count on him. Defensively, we have Ibu Konate and Van Dijk. These are the best defenders we have at our club, right? Right back, Trent is injured, but I'm not worried because of the way Bradley has been played and he'll be doing. Robertson is back. In the midfield, we're gonna have Sabus like McAllister. McAllister is having an exceptional season, and then you're gonna have what's his name? Endo is gonna come in. Everybody said a lot about Endo at the start of the season, but now they're not saying anything about him anymore because of the impact that he's having. Up top, of course, Darwin will be playing. Diaz is having a very good season. We will miss those players. We miss the Jotas. I would have loved to see Jota there. I would have loved to see Allison. I would have loved to see Trent playing. But at the end of the day, whoever is going to be playing there, they're going to be playing 110%. The fans are going to be rocking at Anfield. I don't know if Man City can deal with that. Of course, they have tried in the past. When Liverpool are at the top of their game, they have not found it. They have not found it easy at Anfield. The only time they won there, like I say, was that season when Liverpool almost dropped out of the top four. So I'm not worried personally. I am quite confident. If the game ends in a draw, I'll be disappointed. That's
So
how I'm.
what is your
That's how I feel.
what is your score prediction for this game?
I will not predict, but I think Liverpool will win. I think Liverpool will win. I personally, I think Liverpool will win this game.
You don't want to
This
jinx. You
is
don't want
so.
to jinx. You don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. That's it. I don't want to talk too much about it. But to be honest, inside me, I'm quite confident. I don't care which team is coming to Anfield. Yeah, sometimes it will turn south. Definitely, sometimes that will happen. But as far as we are playing at Anfield, personally, nothing will change that for me. Even if we are struggling, I'm usually confident playing at Anfield.
Okay.
So it goes the same when we are playing like we are right now.
Okay. Okay, that's at least coming from a Liverpool fan. So you guys are confident it's gonna be a win. All right. Let's let's keep it moving. It's gonna be an interesting game. I think it's the game of the week, man. Like, I can't wait to watch this game because it's always fun, honestly. So our second talking point. So game week 28 dilemmas. So yeah, this game week there are what 2 teams that are doubling, right? Luton and Bournemouth. So
yeah, Bournemouth and Luton.
Navigating double game week 28 and blank game week 29. You are actually wildcarding. That's your strategy. You're wildcarding this game week, which is 28, and then you so that you prepare for the blank. So you're actually trying to get the best of your wildcard, which is 28, and then you prepare for the blank in 29. My strategy is different. I'm going to play my free hit in 29, and then 30 I play my wildcard. And then the rest is we can decide that some other time. Triple captain is the one for me, and then free hit is the only one. I mean, bench boost is the only one left after 30. So take us through your navigating.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of like they say, there are
a lot of strategies.
many ways to skin a cat.
Yep.
There are many ways to skin a cat, right? So at the end of the day, it depends on what was best for your team. I think when we had our last pot or our couple of 2 pots before, that was what we are discussing when it comes to how do we go about this blank game week, this double game week, and then upcoming things. The best thing was just look at your team and then see what's best for your team, and then you go about with it. So you've got to be a lot of strategies. You say you are free hitting in 28. There are some other managers that they plan to have maybe 6-7 players and then just ride along game week 29 and then use their chips later on. And me personally, I've used my wildcards. Yeah, exactly. Me, I use my wildcard in 28. My initial plan was actually to use it in 27, but 27 I did not have a lot of clarity. And plus, if I wildcarded in 27, I will not have benefited from the Man City players. And then when I look at that, I say, since I'm not going to benefit from the Man City player, that was 27, right? Since I'm not going to benefit from this Man City player, why not I just delay my wildcard for the next week? Because I was also planning to triple captain Solanke in game week 28, if possible. It was a possibility. So if I wildcard in 28, I cannot triple captain him, obviously, because you can only use one chip.
One chip,
So
yes.
27 was the ideal one to do it, and then do the. But then I did not want to go into Man United versus Man City at Man City without having the Manchester City players, especially players like Foden, and because I know people will have had Haaland, so he will have hurt me. So I have to have other Man City players at least to counter whatever Haaland is gonna do in that game against Manchester United. Fortunately for me, he did not do much. He only scored one. I was so disappointed actually seeing he scored in injury time that goal. It could have been a blank for him in that game against Manchester United. So that's why I wildcarded in game week 28. But this was a plan that I was set already in game week 25 that I have to wildcard in this. That's why I bench boosted in game week 25 or 26. When it failed, my bench boost failed. Personally, I agree on that. But it gave me a lot of opportunity. Like right now, I'm wildcard in 28. I'm not thinking about my squad, what is going to happen after the wildcard, post wildcard. So anyone who has the bench boost, if you wildcard now, you have to think about, oh, I need a squad that will take me for my bench boost. So that thinking will have to come. For me, it's all about the 11 players that I have. And then now there is a game week 29 where is the blank and double game week. So I was trying to get the wild card, the balance right, just like defense. Just like Thierry Henry says, it's about getting the balance right between defense and attack. So how can I get the balance right between game week 28, game week 29, and then the rest of the season? That was the balance I was looking at. And in game week 28, there is two teams blank doubling. Bournemouth have the best double you will ever see in FPL. Of course, they don't have the players, but in terms of double game weeks, you cannot have a better double game week like Sheffield United and Luton.
And Luton, yeah.
These two teams defensively, they are the rock bottom when it comes to defending. They are both at the bottom of the table when it comes to the XG they are conceding and all whatnot. And then Luton, of course, they have the double game week too, and then they have the game week 29 fixture, which mainly only for 8 teams have a fixture in double game week 29. So maybe there is a value there to get Luton players, and then maybe not everybody can get them because in game week 29 they play Nottingham Forest at home. It's not the worst fixture. If you have in a game week where you have all these Tottenham playing West Ham or Tottenham playing Aston Villa, Tottenham playing Fulham, Aston Villa playing West Ham, the fixtures are quite balanced. I think looking at the fixtures, it seems Luton has the better fixture than everybody. They are not the best team, but they have the better fixture than every team that is playing in that particular week. So it might help you to have one or two Luton players in your team. So if I wildcard now and then benefit from them on the double game week, even though if they don't give me anything, if they're blank, let's say they play players blank twice, 2 points, I will take that. And then I will have the benefit of having them in game week 29. And then the other benefit I have from Luton is I have their cheap players. That's why I don't want Barkley. I was telling you, I wanted the cheap defender who is 4.0. Just let him play minutes. If he has minutes, I want him. So if he give me like 3 games, even if he give me blank, 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 3 blanks, 2 points, that is better than 0 point, right? And then he will be my bench for that. I don't need him anymore because I don't need a squad for a bench boost. I only need a squad to play my 11 players for the rest of the season. So similarly goes for Bournemouth. I don't want to get their expensive players. I want to get the cheap players. After this double game week, I don't need them anymore. So they will be on my bench, and then I will build my squad and then make sure I keep the players that will help me for the rest of the season. I still have my triple captain to play now. There is a double game week in 34. There is a double game week in 36. Even if I want, I can wait until game week 38 and then I'll list my triple captain. But I don't have any bench. So that's why my strategy, it was built for me. It was not for others,
That's
but
what
it
I'm
was built
saying.
for what I had in my team, which was very important. Yeah.
I think this season is different from other seasons where, because other seasons you can use the same strategy. A lot of people use the same strategy. This season, I think because of how the players have done so well, especially midfielders, like many players have done so well. Our key premium players haven't done as much. Even Haaland, okay, he's been consistent, but that is maybe the beginning of the season. But recently, he hasn't been. So all these other players, like the Watkins, like the Louis, so many players are doing very well. So like you can choose to go with different players, and you'll still probably be doing well this season. So that it's made it a bit so much that you can use different strategies for your team and it works. For me, like by luck, I had Morris in my team. He refused to leave my team, and then he started scoring, and I decided to keep him. So so at least I
Yeah,
had one looting player that I go, okay, add to. People are actually buying Morris. I don't have to buy him; he's already in my team.
he's
You
already
know?
in that.
Yeah. So like for example, 29. Like I was just checking. I never checked this before until just today. When I checked, I was like, oh, I like because I decided long ago when I heard that 29 was going to be the biggest blank to play my free hit.
Yeah.
Like I've done this before in previous seasons where like in the biggest blank I decided to go with what I have, didn't play any chips, but it didn't work out because this is actually an opportunity for points. People don't realize
Yeah.
it, but it's an opportunity because it's going to be a very low scoring game week. But
Yeah.
if you have the best, if you have a number one, even if you have 11 players that are going to play in this blank game week, that's already enough for you to be above the average points for this game week.
Absolutely.
So that alone is something. I heard people also targeting game week 34 because it's going to be a big double, for people to play
Big
their
mix, double and blank. It's gonna be mixed
double
double
and
and
blank.
blank.
Yeah. But if you manage your chips from now until then, you can still get those players, the top players that are supposed to that have the best fixtures for that game week. So
Yeah.
I've learned, like especially like last season, some people use the free hit during the double game weeks and stuff like it worked for them. But I feel like if you plan it well, especially making sure that from now on, like each and every transfer you make, you actually think about it properly, you will actually have the best players in these big double game weeks. So yeah, for me, I think I will share my first draft. There's not much to go around, obviously, because the fixtures are small, so you can only get as many players. But as long as those players play, who knows, one of these games might be a free flowing like goal scoring game where you have all the points. So yeah, we'll see, man.
Yeah.
As yeah. Um. So do you want to take us through your wildcard, or we'll go through that later? Your
Yeah,
wildcard draft.
later. Yeah, you can do your free. Okay. We can go to my wildcard. Then after we will look at your when we talk about game week 29 a little bit because my wildcard kind of have some implication on my game week 29 team. So
Okay.
yeah, we can go through it. We can go through it. With
So
no worries. Let
take
me
us
just.
through your thinking for this wildcard, the wildcard draft. This is the first, maybe the first official draft. I'm sure it's going to change.
Yeah, it 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 can change, but I can tell you 95%
Mhm.
will not change. Oh, like I can even move to 99% that it will not change because I'm very unless I injuries and all those kind of things happen because
Yeah,
I've already
injuries. Yeah.
planned it already. But there are some things I'm still thinking about, and I will tell you. Understand? So, for example, the double S, I will go full force on the double game with players. That is looting and burn mode, because like I say, most of them will turn into a bench fodder. So goalkeeper, I went with Neto and Ariola. Easy one for me. I thought about Kaminsky and then another combination, but because Neto will play this week, right? The double game week, and then he blank in game week 29. And what happens? Ariola will have a fixture in game week 29. So
29.
easy. Just start and then Neto, after this, they have a very good run of fixtures. That is Bournemouth. So you can even use Neto in those fixtures, and then you can rotate him with Ariola, which I am not, I usually do those kind of things. And then in defense, I went with Gabriel. Gabriel was the one that I was not sure if I will stick with him or I will let him go. But because Arsenal, they play this week against Brentford. Next week they blank. The following week they play Manchester City in game week 30. So away to Manchester City, I will not start Gabriel regardless. I will
Mm-hmm.
not start him. I don't want to start him against Manchester City away because I know I believe Arsenal will concede, even though they are the best defense in the league. I believe they will concede when they go to Manchester City. So that was why I thought, is it necessary to get two Arsenal players and then go with them? So that was the thing. But I can bench him. Saka, but I can start him against Manchester City. I don't mind away or home. So then defense, I went with Bok. I'm sure you will not see any. You will not see this Bok in any draft. I don't even think anybody will know him. Bok of Luton. He's a centre back. In their last game, there are two or three centre backs having hamstring injuries or stuff like that. And then Borg came in. Then when I checked their numbers, basically he was the one who was standing out when it comes to chances, big chances having and stuff like that. So I say, let me just throw like like I say, just gamble on him and then see, because he's 4 million. He's at the end of the day, like I say, he's gonna turn into a bench fodder. So that's why I just bring him in.
He's cheaper
Start
enough.
him
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
Exactly. Start him for this double. Start him for the next fixture. That is the game against Nottingham Forest in game week 29. And that's it. I'm done with him. He can be on my bench until the season finishes. I don't mind. And then Doughty. Doughty, of course, everybody know why he's there. He's one of the most creative players for looting. So if they have a double game week and a fixture in game week
He most
29,
definitely
makes
be
sense.
there. Yeah.
And the other defender is Kerkes. Kerkes at Bournemouth. He's their left back. Currently the other left back is injured. That is Lloyd Kelly, their captain. He's injured, unknown when he's gonna be. But Kerkes is very attacking,
Yeah.
and he's he's really, really good, to be honest.
He's
I
good.
watched
He's
him
really
against
good. Yeah, they just signed him this season,
yeah.
so I think he was watched by other like top clubs too. They just most clubs are keeping an eye on him. To be honest, he's good.
Exactly. I hear some big teams even mention he's from Hungary and he's doing exceptionally well. So yeah, I went with him on the on the double. The other defender Udogi, I bench him, and then of course it's gonna be for game week, for the following game week. And in midfield, I went with Saka, Son, Bowen, Foden, and Madison.
That's a good mid. Yeah.
So yeah, Foden, yeah, I should not bench Foden, to be honest, but because of the belief I have about the game, that's why I bench him. Just like I tell you earlier, the belief I have about this game. I'm disappointed I don't have any Liverpool player, but it does not make any sense to have a Liverpool player in my team right now. So because Liverpool blank the subsequent game week, and then I don't need them until after, so I don't need to keep that much money. Like Salah, we are not sure about his return into injury, even though I tell you he will be back to this week because I already saw the news. I don't trust that information enough, or I don't know where he is at with his injury. I trust the information, but I don't know where he is at with his injury. Is he gonna get another recurrence like he did in the past? So you have to give it time. So and then I have 9 million in the bank, So anytime I want Salah, it's gonna be direct transfer whoever I want to take out and bring Salah. So that's not gonna be a problem. And then I have that is the midfield. Then up top I have Morris, Watkins, and then Solanke. The form Watkins is in. You
can't bench him.
You have to get. You can't bench him, so you bring him in, and then he has the fixture in game week 29. So everybody's gonna get him in game week 29 for sure. And then Solanke, the double game week. That is the key thing. Yeah, he is fit. He played the last game 89 minutes, so that's why I get him. So I get the benefit of 6 double game week players, which is the maximum you can get this week. And then the following week, which is game week 29, can you bring my bench boost team, my game week 29 team, the next one. Now you can see my team here. There is the starting 11, which will look like this. Ariola will start against Villa, and then Bok will start Forest, Doherty start against Forest, and then Udogi will start against Fulham. Then Saka is the only player without a fixture. Son, Bowen, Madison. Madison is not going to be my captain, obviously, but that is just the draft. And then Tony up top. I will bring in Tony for Solanke because Solanke will blank. I will bring in Tony, plays Burnley, and then Morris, and then Watkins. So the other thinking I'm thinking is I can sell Gabriel or Foden, in the wildcard. I can take them out. That is the only thing I'm thinking right now. If I sell them, it will mean I will have 11 players for this fixture without needing a hit. But I think these players, I want them going forward. So I might sacrifice that one position and then go with 10 players. Because I still feel that will be enough. Because if I sell Foden, for example, I will bring Kudus. Kudus is one option. Like you say, what is his name? Douglas Luiz is an option. I can bring him in. It's not like I don't have option to bring him in. It's just that I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't want it. If I was gonna take Foden out, I would go with Kudus personally. Because I would prepare Kudus over Douglas. To be honest, it's just my personal thing. Gabriel, too, I can take him out and then bring in Dreglion or somebody. So I can do that in the wild card and then still have the benefit of the 3 doublers, of the 6 doublers, and then also have the benefit of 11 players playing in blank game with 29. And then after that, what happens? All the bench for us go to the bench, and then I still have the key players, which is Son, and then Bowen, and then let's say Watkins. They are still in my team. Then Man City and Arsenal play in game week 30, so I don't have to worry about those players in that game. Liverpool play in that particular game week. So I can also buy in, like I say, I have 7 million now in the bank. I can just sell Madison and then bring Salah if I need Salah desperately for Brighton. And then still I can keep going and then build my team. I still have the free hit to play, which I plan to play in 34. So 34 is not going to be in my thinking personally. So I'm only going to plan for what is to go ahead. This is what is your thought?
I mean, it's a good plan, definitely. Like I said, this works perfectly for your team. Like we can do these things because, like I said, this season a lot of players have been doing well. So you have the option. Like Son right now, he needs to be in your team, even though he's not really on form like the way he's supposed to be. But yeah, and you have enough money in your bank that any player, obviously apart from Haaland, that is like really doing well between now and by this time, game 29, you can bring in. So that gives you like a kind of like a safety net, just in case somebody that you didn't consider before pops up. You can do the transfer. If I were you, I think I'll just probably take a chance and field 11 players, because it's just one less. You can field 11 players and then go back on game 30 and then get some, like, revert the move. Because you want to maximize. You are in that position that you can maximize the amount of players that you have for this game week anyway. So yeah.
I think about that. But let's say I take out 40. Let's say let's say I take out 40 for whoever it is. That is Douglas or what is his name? Kudus. Anybody I bring. And then I have 11. I have my Douglas in 28 and I have my 11 players in blank game week 29. After game week 30, when they play Arsenal, when Man City play Arsenal, I'm definitely gonna want Foden back. I know that. Unless he's injured.
But you have a transfer in that case.
No, but I have like that transfer because I'm also thinking about the other players I want. I want to get Salah back. I want to get the Liverpool player back. I want to get another Man City player back. I want to get an Arsenal player. Of course, I can do that in succession. It's not all gonna be one week. I do it. I'm gonna do it in bits and pieces. So,
okay, so you get them back. Okay.
So, like, do you think whoever I bring for Foden can give me that much?
Can give you like a. But you need to understand, this game week is a blank game week, and like you keep saying, it's about points, right? You have to put yourself in that situation. If you bring a Kudus in this game week and he gives you like 14 points.
Yeah, but that do you see him giving that, like, in terms of fixture wise? He Kudus play Aston. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Paqueta is back, man. Paqueta makes the team tick. Like, he's yeah, but yeah.
But who has the upside? Who has the upside in terms of players playing that I don't have, that have the upside to give you? Or for example,
I think you have all the players. I think Bowen. I would take Bowen in this game. He's the one. He's the number one pick for West Ham. Yeah, I think he's the one.
So that's the thing now. You don't have the upside. The upside is not there.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
to be honest.
Okay, let's say for example, if Kudus was playing against Sheffield United at home, then it will make absolute sense, because that fixture is very good. That you can see the upside there. But Aston Villa is not an easy fixture to get Kudus. And then you are talking about Douglas Lewis. He plays West Ham away from home too. So it's not an easy fixture for both teams. So it's kind of a very close, a very tight fixture. And then Tottenham, I already have the 3 players there. Who else could I get at Tottenham?
I don't think there's anybody else to consider. Richarlison is injured, so these are the best 3 you can get from Tottenham right now.
Then exactly, and then you look at Brentford. Which defender will I trust? Brentford, their whole defense is injured. Of course, Reguilon is doing really well, but who do I? Because they play away to Burnley too. Burnley do score goals. They are not the best team in the league, but they do score goals. So who do I trust defensively to get rid of Gabriel?
I think you have the best 10. Like in this game,
that's the thing.
Honest, yeah, you have the best 10.
That's why I say I can sacrifice.
And you can sacrifice that extra one. Yeah, that's true.
And then keep the crucial players. That is Foden, Gabriel. They are going to be crucial at the end of later in the season.
It always happens, right? There's going to be a hole in this blank game week 29. The problem is nobody knows who's going to come from.
Yeah, you cannot predict it. That is the thing.
I am sure there's going to be a hole. We'll see. Well, anyway, we'll see. But yeah, so I think you've taken us through your plan, which is, I think, is a solid plan, to be honest. I don't see any holes, at least not for now. I think it's pretty thought out, and then yeah, I think you really you have it handled, to be honest.
Let's go and see your free hit. Let's see who you have in your free hit. Your team first, and then we see who you have in your free hit that I don't have.
We'll compare and contrast. This is my game week I think I made a mistake. This is supposed to be game week 29. Yeah, I think I'll
It
probably
should be
do that.
28.
Sorry, 28. Yeah, game week
Yeah,
28. I don't know if I can do it on
yeah.
here, but yeah,
You
yeah,
can do
it's
it, I think.
fine. Yeah,
From yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
fine. So game week 28. Areola, Gusto, Ake, Tripe. I'm tired of my defense, man. I just want to change it. Foden, Saka, Son, and Palmer, and then I have Watkins, Morris,
Yeah,
and then Haaland. Like I was saying, like my
yeah,
thinking, I'm gonna make two changes. One change is Hechan. He's gonna be out. He's injured, right? So he's leaving.
yeah.
Um, Barkley is coming in, right?
Barkley, yeah.
The problem is going to be Barkley is coming in for Palmer. This is my thinking right now. Barkley has a
Mm-hmm.
double, right?
Yeah.
Palmer Newcastle. I am sure Palmer is going to score Newcastle because Newcastle defense is not the best. This is
Uh-huh.
my headache right now. If I bring
Uh-huh.
Barkley in, he has to play because he has two fixtures. He has a double
Yeah.
fixture. So that's one.
Yeah.
The second thing is Haaland is playing Arsenal, and obviously we all know. I'm going to take Haaland
Mm-hmm.
out and bring in Solanke because he also has a double. If he comes in, he's going to be my captain too. So this is my thinking right now. So I want to take a hit for Haaland to Solanke because I'm going to free hit. I'm going to free hit in 29. So I don't really need Man City is not don't have a fixture. In 30, I'm going to
Mhm.
wildcard Haaland back into my team. So yeah, easy. Yeah, the only issue is Barkley, Palmer. If I bring him in, who plays? And because I know my this front three is gonna play. So whatever the case may be, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, 29. This is my this is my free hit draft number one. In goal, I have Flecken. He plays Burnley.
Mhm.
Not too bad. Like you, I think I also have
Like it.
Doughty.
Yeah.
I have Udogi, but you don't have Regulion.
Yeah.
Apparently, like I haven't watched them play, but I heard that he's like really important in this team, the way he attacks.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so
I love what
hopefully,
I'm seeing from him.
yeah.
He
So
he he assisted,
mhm,
and then he hit the post, and then he also had another chance he should have scored. Like he was very good. I
yeah,
love him.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's why I'm tempted
So
to sell Gabriel, but yeah.
yeah, I think I just saw that like people were raving a bit about him, and I decided, okay, you know what, this is fine. Let me get him in my team. Barkley, I'm
Mhm.
very impressed with like how he has refound how he has found his what do you call it again, his form again. I'm really happy for him because he's always been a bright player but never really got it going. So yeah, he's a good player,
Yeah.
a good fixture. Bowen, I've missed all these Bowen points. I've been very I've been crying under the mask. So I always wanted to have him back in my team, but yeah, finally I hope he does something. Son, obviously. Douglas Lewis, remember this guy that I was saying I was crying about also? He's not the best
Yeah. Yeah.
pick to have in my team because of the season we are having with all these good midfielders, but he's sticking along,
Mhm.
you know. So
Mhm.
if I don't have him in this free hit, like where I can actually go just experiment and
I
bring
feel you.
anybody
I
that I
feel
can,
you.
like he's never going to be in my team anymore. If he's not in this team, 29, he's never going to be in my team for the rest of the season. So that's it. This is his chance. So let's see.
Mhm.
Morris, ever present, is going to be there after this free hit though. He's gonna leave. I think I'm gonna bring in Solanke,
It's
most
time to
likely.
go, huh?
Yeah, that this
It's
is gonna
time to
be his last
go.
that time in my team. Yeah, because I think their fixtures kind of change after this. But yeah,
Mhm.
I won't have a need for him anyway. So Tony is here obviously, and then Watkins. The bench, I made sure
Mhm.
that each and every person on this bench is playing. Areola, obviously he's been there. Williams, your guy, you remember this name?
Mhm.
Kudus
Neko.
is in, yeah, and then Alex Moreno. So yeah, pretty solid, man. Pretty solid free hit.
Oh, definitely, definitely. This is what the hit, what the free hit should look like. The only player that maybe is quite common in other free hit teams that I not see here is only Madison, and it's Tottenham at the end of the day, so you never know.
Maybe, maybe,
Fulham,
maybe, maybe Douglas Lewis. Yeah, it depends. If they do well in 28, and I see that
yeah,
because he's been back, but he hasn't been like Madison form before he went on
the first,
for the
yeah,
injury.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but if I see signs
The,
that he's back, I'll bring him in definitely because I'm a fan of
definitely
Madison. Yeah.
Definitely. He got an assist yesterday against Palace. One
Mm-hmm.
of the assists. He assisted what is it? Romero's goal. So yeah. Otherwise, this is the team basically that this is the players that I would think of to be honest, because Doughty, like I thought about him. Even Barkley, I thought about him, but like I say, he's gonna be like a kind of a problem. Like it's not expensive because he's just 5 million,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to have a midfield bench for that. I'd rather
That's
have a defensive bench because I usually want to have the five midfielders to be solid. The solid five midfielders I want to start every week because I prefer to play the 3-5-2
mm-hmm.
or things like that. So I want to have that fifth midfield option. That's why I decided, okay, Barkley, he was in other drafts. I did not pick him, but in terms of free hit, of course, he will be the one
Yeah,
that you will be going with. Udogi, 100% because he's the only fit fullback that we know
in
he has been
Spurs right
reliable
now. Yeah,
for Spurs. So that's why I also have Udogi. Region, yeah, that one is a possibility, but like it's about the upside. I don't see the upside too much, but it depends too. I can have him. And then Bowen I have, Son I have, yeah, Douglas, yeah, I'm not the Negusma Choba that. Look at that here. And then up top, I think the three attackers, those are the ones I will
yeah.
have.
These ones are
That
common,
is,
man. Like if you have these,
yeah,
yeah, definitely, I think they should be covered.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But and the other player that I would like to consider as for free hitters, I think some will consider him. He might not be the template, but he will be considered. That is Muniz.
Who the striker,
Tottenham
the
considered him.
Fulham striker. But
Yeah, if you look at his number,
against Tottenham, do you think he's worth considering?
that's what I'm telling you. Tottenham, they concede in every single game. They concede every single game. Like they are good defensive. They are good. The goalkeeper is good, but they just concede chances. They concede every single. Just click on a Tottenham player and look at their results
Mm.
in the past. Let's see. The last 3-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 2-2, 2-1, 4-2, 2-1, 2-0 win. The last time they had a clean sheet was game week 17. Tottenham.
So
Understand?
if
And then if
so,
you look at
who
their clean sheets over the course of the season, they have only 3 clean sheets or 4 clean sheets. So it's not a
who
team that you will trust for clean sheets. The
so
only
who
reason
would
we pick
you?
Odogi is because he's attacking as well.
Is yeah, that's it.
Understand? Mhm.
Which player would you
But
replace Muniz with in this team?
no one. I'm just saying he's an option. I'm not gonna defend
Oh,
any of these
I'm
three because I
considering.
like.
If you could tell me, I would definitely make the change right now.
No, there is no because you cannot go without Watkins. 100%. He has to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
if you look
At
at
this stage,
if
no,
you look at the
Watkins.
yeah. Exactly. If you look at the fixtures, he has the worst fixtures of the three attackers
Mm-hmm.
because Tony plays Burnley. Yeah, you're gonna
Better
have
fixture
Tony
for
against
yeah for Tony. Yeah,
e-
Morris.
exactly. And then Morris played Nottingham Forest at home. So Nottingham Forest have the best. Actually, Luton have the best fixture. If you just look at it from a fixture point of view, they have the
Mm-hmm.
best fixture. Then you'd have Tony, then you have Watkins. So Fulham having Tottenham makes it even harder for him. So, but I'm just saying he's a consideration. Or other Fulham players in the
Yeah.
midfield, they are quite impressive. They are quite impressive. They win back-to-back games again. Win
Well, they
against
beat us actually. So,
you guys. Then they beat
but
who did they beat this week? Brighton 3-0, right?
but
They are impressive.
anybody can beat Manu at this point, so that's fine. Yeah. So this has been a very long discussion, but this is the time where the planning starts, man. You have to get this section of the season right, you know. So yeah,
Of the season.
it's been a fun one. We haven't potted in a while,
Uh,
so this is well warranted.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
So who's your captain, by the way? Before you move, who's your captain
My
this week?
my my captain this week. Did I not put that there? Uh,
Unless if Solanke comes, I'm sure if
if
Solanke comes,
Solanke
it's gonna be
comes,
Solanke, right?
Solanke is gonna be the captain, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
For now,
yeah.
it's
Me
on
too,
Morris.
Solanke
Yeah, for now, it's
captain.
on Morris. Yeah. So hopefully,
Solanke captain. I see
hopefully,
you have these three Manchester City players against you. You are quite confident. You'll be disappointed. I'm telling you this. I always.
no, Haaland is not gonna be there.
How
Haaland,
about okay?
but
Why did you start? Okay,
I don't have any. Estupinian hasn't given me 3 points in the last 10 games. Zero,
no,
zero, zero.
but there,
Like,
but there was a good side from him last time because he started at least
oh
for
man,
Brighton, and then he started, and then but of course, Man City is the better defense, of course, but of course, they are playing against a better attack too. If you look at it in that way, but it will be interesting. Let's see what happens.
Foden, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you never know. But Foden is on form right now, so like he might score, man. Like that's it's gonna be. I don't know. We'll see.
No, 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 I mean defensively. I don't mean the attack. I can see Man City getting a goal. But I'm just seeing Liverpool winning.
My defense right now, like it doesn't matter. Like I don't even think about this.
I, I, don't- I don't think Trippier is gonna be available too. I think he was injured.
see the
So
problem now. So
your
I
your
don't know what to do. Maybe
your
I have
team
to
is
go.
in a your
It's
defense
in a
is in a
mess. It's in a
problem,
mess,
right?
man. My defense is a mess right now. So like instead of taking a hit and bringing Haaland, maybe I should take a defender and maybe get another Arsenal. But it doesn't make any sense since I'm wild carding anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, but again, that is where you have to think about, okay, what will be my wildcard team in game week 30? If you know that now, you could have just hit it now and then play it.
I just make it. Just I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. But we'll see. Like
Yeah,
Gabriel
it's
is
quite
gonna come
late.
in anyways. Gabriel is gonna come in. So that's one. I'm gonna get
Uh-huh.
in my wild card. Yeah. So not to waste people's time. So thank you
Yeah.
guys for supporting the pod, for joining us. Please like that button, share, and let us know. Give us feedback on
How many minutes did
socials.
we elapse? How many minutes?
It's been 1 hour 10 minutes. So I just wanna cap it
Okay.
before before 11 or 12 minutes. So
Not
yeah,
bad, not
please
bad, not bad.
give the Jollof Football Bantaba a plug so we can call it an episode.
Yeah, yeah. Jollof football bantawa, of course. But Kodu Classic is is the same. But anyways, let them like and subscribe. Jollof football bantawa YouTube channel is home of Gambian football, like Coach here like to say it. So we do a lot of stuff on Gambian football. Foreign based players, local leagues, and a lot more. So if that's your thing too, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. Catch you guys on the next